Part 2, the DCI is dead. Long live the DCI. They're going to purge DCI records. I don't care. I'm going to tell stories. I'm going to tell stories. We've been telling tons of stories. This is part 2. If you missed any of the early parts, go watch it on YouTube because it's good stuff. Good stuff. So now we're at the point where I'm going back to school full-time, get my life in order, trying to get myself to be a human being, basically. Still playing in events here and there, but I started playing the Star City events because they're kind of cool. They're just sort of like events that I can go to, and I can just go to the events and just pay an entry fee. If I win, I get cash. Awesome. They're fun. They're standard and legacy. They're usually one weekend, so we go for the whole weekend. Pete Ingram, Dan Jessup, the crew would get together and play these tournaments, and they were cool. So this time was a lot of playing in these tournaments. I mean, occasional PTQ here and there, but for the most part, PTQ finals loss. What was this? RTR, I remember this. Standard? Oh, I do remember this one. Oh, gross. This is a solar flare one. Dan, you were here for this one. You were here for this one. So still playing PTQs occasionally, but definitely not hardcore all in. You had Esper punt first pod. Oh God, no! Another punt. Oh, I punted a match. I don't remember what I did exactly, but I remember being really sad about it. So yeah. So now I'm starting to play PTQs here and there, but I'm not going all in, and still playing the Star City events when I can. There's definitely larger gaps here between these tournaments. Like, for example, we go from playing Pro Tour Philly, I played an event, a pre-release, an event, and all of a sudden it's 6 months later, so not playing all the time, and chilling, working on my schoolwork, playing roller hockey for Stony Brook, working at the writing center, kind of like just getting my life in order, going to school, get some work done, expanding my horizons as a person, and as me doing drugs. It means having a radio show, playing roller hockey for Stony Brook, while still playing these Star City Opens, because they're just awesome, Star City Open. It's a lot of this is an invitational, so perfect. So playing these Star City events, and then I play at an invitational, and I'm like, holy cow, these are awesome. No, Dan, I don't remember why. Dan, tell me why I went to the PTQ I lost in the finals. What do you guys make me go? Because the guys would always drag me to PTQs and be like the PTQ I won for Philly for the Pro Tour. I remember Pete just being like, "Come as PTQ, just go to the PTQ." It's threw together a deck and went, And the important thing to note is that what you can't see here is I wasn't playing Moto 10 hours a day like I had been. Oh God, you're right, Dan. So the reason I played the PTQ I lost in the finals was I played a PTQ 6 months or a year prior. And this is actually when me and Dan first met, me and Dan Jessup. So Max Teets is like, hey, there's a double PTQ win. Double PTQ weekend. You want to go? Sure. Max picks me up, and Dan's in the car. And like, oh, this is my buddy Dan or whatever. So we go to the PTQ. Max builds this deck for Dan. It's like a Delver aggro Jeskai deck. And it's a Saturday-Sunday PTQ. So Saturday in Philly, Sunday in Connecticut, whatever. We go to the PTQ. Dan Jessup wins the PTQ on Saturday. It's his first PTQ. Just wins the damn tournament. Max's deck was very good. Just wins the damn tournament. All right. So now, on Sunday, we're going to a hotel. And we're going to the PTQ. And we're like, Dan, you can't play today. He's like, why? Because you won the PTQ yesterday. You qualified already. That's the whole point of a qualifier, So we played PTQ on Sunday. Poor Dan has just to sit around and wait for us all day. Poor Dan. And I lose round 1 of the PTQ. Round 2, I'm playing against this Loam deck. And I'm playing against someone playing this Bug Delver deck. They're playing Delvers and Tarmogoyf. And I'm like, Life from a Loam. And they're like, memory lapse that to the top of your deck. Memory lapse is a counter spell, put to the top of your deck. I'm like, damn, that's really good against me. Life Malone. Memory lapse it. Damn. Life Malone. Snapcaster memory lapse. And I lose round 2. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, now I'm 0-2 in PTQ, that sucks. And Teets had been watching, and Teets turns to me, he's like, Jim, I didn't know memory lapse was legal in this format. I think about it, and I'm like, You're right. Memory Lapse was in 7th edition, not 8th edition. Wait. The guy is not handed a slip in yet. I flag him down. I get a judge. I'm like, Judge, I think my opponent was playing an illegal deck list. Memory Lapse is not legal. The judge is like, oh, you're definitely right. We'll give him a match loss next round. And I'm like, no. Like, we just played a match, and I lost to the card that was illegal, and the slip's not in yet, so let's just give him a match loss right now. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, what do you mean, nah? Like, the slip's not in yet. The round's not over. Just give him the damn match loss. Like, no, we'll give it to him round 3. And I'm like, so I lose my shit. Like, I'm like going ballistic. I'm talking to the owner, like, and the owner's just like, yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, the judge's rulings are final, and he feels bad, and he gives me a free entry coupon for the next PTQ. So, and then that was the PTQ I lost the finals of. So, good catch, Dan. Good catch. Dan has a better memory than I do. So, so at this time period, I'm kind of just like, you know, playing SCGs, and I was so mad. I was going to lose. Like, if the slip was in, and it already been put in the computer, I get it a little bit more. It wouldn't be that hard to change it as long as the round wasn't over yet. Because the round wasn't over yet. There's like 10 minutes left, you know? But the slip wasn't even in yet. Oh, boy. I was mad. And so this time period, you know, I'm playing PTQs whenever they kind of come up. You know, I'm not trying to go to everything anymore. I'm not playing Magic Online 10 hours a day. I'm kind of like getting my my stuff going on, and it's going good. Life's going good. I'm finishing school. I'm doing well in school. And I'm playing the Star City events, and I had enough points to qualify me for an invitational. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. What's an invitational? You know, so I go to this invitational. This one was in Duluth, so in Georgia, and play the invitational. Don't even do that well. I have a lot of match losses here, but I came in 68th place and I cashed. And I was like, holy God, I'm never going to miss the invitational for the rest of my life. And I don't think I've missed one since then. I may have missed one or two, I maybe, but I think, I've been meaning to ask Nick Miller this. I'm pretty sure nobody in the world has played more invitationals than I have. I just haven't missed one in like 8 years, you know, so that kind of got me hooked a little bit again, right? So, okay, don't got to make pro level, don't got to keep for pro tours, just got to make sure that I'm at least qualified for every invitational, you know? It wasn't too hard to do. So, play some pre-releases, become a glory seeker, whatever the hell that means. I played in the TCG Player Championship. Sure. Just like mostly playing cash tournaments, you know? Events that I could play in without a large commitment. Invitational in LA had 200 players. Came in 34th place. I lost to Kibler and Dan Jordan. Just keep playing, keep playing. Played in the qualifier for Dragon's Maze. Oh, I won again. Look at me, sorry. So, I didn't remember this PTQ, honestly. What PTQ is this? It's a modern PTQ. Oh, no, this was the twin PTQ. What was the PTQ before that I queued for? Whatever, I don't even know. So, qualified for Pro Tour Dragon's Maze. I went to PTQ. This was the one with the Splinter Twin, where like Pete like basically drags me to this PTQ. I built Splinter Twin, win the tournament, awesome. And this was a very important part of my career too, because I won the PTQ. So cool, another Pro Tour. It's pretty fun. And more importantly, I decided to write an article. For StarCityGames.com. And I have been pretty adverse to the idea of writing articles because if you can believe this, I don't know if you can or not, I was fairly, I guess, private. Didn't really want notoriety. Didn't really want to be out in public or out in the open. I was very happy being just grinding in the background, playing my tournaments. Didn't want to be a public figure. Didn't want to be a big known quantity. You know, and at the time, there was a bit of a I'll say stigma, I guess, around authors. Most of the good players didn't write, and back then it was sort of like the players who wrote couldn't play. You know, not to drag Mike Flores, but Mike Flores is a prime example of this, where his articles were insane. He was one of the best theorists in the game, but didn't really have many results. You know, he would often give his decks to really good players, and they would do well with them, but he never would really do great himself. Again, not big on Mike. Mike's one of the most important writers in the history of Magic writing. So I decided, you know what? I'm looking for new experiences. I'm looking for good job experiences, looking to make some money, and I'm going to try to write an article. I emailed whoever was in charge of Star City at the time. I don't even know who it was at this point. Wrote an article about the PTQ win. And kept writing articles for the next 7 years for StarCityGames.com. First bi-weekly, then weekly. So pretty big spot in my Magic career. Pretty big turning point where the focus stopped being solely about trying to like qualify for the Pro Tour and started being a little more on the bigger picture, if you will. If you've never read Who's the Beatdown, Mike Flores, go read it. It's full stop. So, win this PTQ, write the article. Cool. And again, the article was sort of a lot of me, same thing, trying new things, getting out of my shell, trying to make some money, trying to make sure that I was going to be a functioning human being, basically. Not like the Magic PTQ playing bum I was for, 4 or 5 years. Because the reality was that 3 or 4 year stretch, maybe like 3 year stretch, from like 2006, 2009, where I played in most of the Pro Tours, all I had to show for it was some flight stubs, like $3,000, and some pretty cool pictures. That was it. So, sucks. Looking back on it a little bit, it's awesome, but it sucks, and so if that's the point where I realized I gotta do more. My Invitational top 8? Was that 2011? Did I miss that? I think it was 2011. No. And Regency. Oh, I missed it. And those are the qualifiers? Yep, there it is. Yep. I missed it. Lost the finals of the Invitational in 2011. Backtracking a little bit because I missed it. Sorry, folks. And this was also what got me super locked into the Star City series, the Invitational series, because I won $8,000 in this tournament. $8,000. And compare that to the paltry $3,000 in 4 years I made playing in the Pro Tour. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy either. Sheen Serrani, Benjamin Hayes, Rob Vaughn, Patrick Chapin, Sam Stoddard, Edgar Flores, who wasn't cheating against me, Bernal, Patrick Sullivan, Edgar Flores again, lost to Pat Cox in the finals. Played Goblins in Mental Misstep format, played Cawblade, Esper Cawblade, $8,000. That was what was made me like, okay, this is insane. This is awesome. So you can see the kind of like the point, the everything coalescing here between making $8,000 in this tournament, writing articles for StarCityGames.com. We can start to see where I've been the last like 8 years, basically. So all coming together. Playing West qualifiers, playing the Star City stuff, going to school, doing my radio show. I think I was playing in a band at that point. Yogi Brown, say what's if Joe's still in chat. Trying to enrich myself as a person, while also making $8,000, which is great. So keep playing. Let's see, we got more Star City tournaments here. That was a bad one. Jeez. More Star City tournaments. 70th place, 35th place, and again, in all these tournaments that I played in, 35th place is still like $200. It paid for the trip. Wasn't too bad. Ashen Rider? What? I guess Emma. Oh, this one. Good stories. Good catch, Toots. Good catch. So Nicole, you came to this tournament, right? Did you? No, that wasn't this one. This is Legacy? Yeah, this was the... This is a funny story. So, played Goblins in Legacy, and Sneak and Show is really popular. I'm sorry, Angel of whatever. Ashen Rider, whatever it was. Angel of Destroy Stuff or Ashen Rider. The big black-white thing that kills things, basically. And Teets and I were looking at... Yeah, that was a different DC. I'm mixing things up. Angel Despair. So, Teets and I were discussing, how can our Goblin deck beat Show and Tell? What can we do? What can we do? You know? And we were thinking about playing O-Ring in our sideboard. But they were like, you know what? If we're not going to cast the card, just put the biggest, dumbest thing we can in, right? So we put some Angel Despairs in our sideboard. So they would play Show and Tell, they put an Emrakul or whatever, we put an Ashen Rider and just kill it, and then kill them with it. So obviously, Teets puts this in the sideboard. Literally the first round of the first tournament he plays with it, plays against Show and Tell on camera, puts the Ashen Rider in, looks like a hero. Whereas I played like 3 tournaments in a row. Never got to do it. So, play this tournament here in DC, lose the first round, not feeling pretty good. Round 2, I play against Sneak and Show, right? So I'm all rolled up. I have a story somewhere, like written somewhere. Yeah. I wrote an article once about stories. Where is it? Crap. It's on Star City. I can't find it. I don't know. But it was, so I'm playing against Show and Tell deck, and I have like Mindbreak Trap. I've got Ashen Rider, and I'm ready to roll, right? They cast Show and Tell. I put in Ashen Rider. They put in Omniscience. Okay. I'll kill your Omniscience. They go, like, Force of Will your... I'm sorry. They Cunning Wish. They get a Stifle effect. I Mindbreak Trap it. They Force of Will it, get the Stifle the Angel, play Enter the Infinite, drop your deck and kill me. Like the one time I was able to put the Ashen Rider in. But alright, we're getting off track here. So start playing these opens, and they're great. They're really, really cool. You know, so I'm still playing some pre-releases. You notice here, there are no FNMs anymore. You know, I'm not consumed by Magic. I'm still playing a few events here and there, but for the most part, I'm not playing FNM every week. I'm not playing every weekend. I'm not playing every week. Much more balanced in my approach to what I was doing. I definitely probably wasn't as good as I was when I was playing on the Pro Tour, because I wasn't playing, 10 hours a day every day, but still good enough to do pretty well in these tournaments, and much more balanced overall. So again, more opens. Baltimore Open. 28th place, sure, whatever. 37th place. Jersey Open. Sure. Todd Anderson. Ooh, 03, terrible. But whatever. I'm playing these tournaments, having fun. They're good fun trips. They're good fun. They were good fun events. They're all very local. I wasn't flying to like San Diego or whatever, Pennsylvania, DCU Center in Worcester. Oh no, not this one. Oh no. So I'm playing these events, and they're all really fun. I'm going with my friends, we're having a good time. If I do bad, whatever. There wasn't really the pressure of like, gotta get pro points, And also, more importantly, it wasn't the only thing going on in my life, whereas previously, the Pro Tour thing was all I had. I was dating someone at the time, I was in a band at the time, but for the most part, it was all I was really working on. So when I failed at it, it was like, it sucked, But now I had a radio show. I'm going to school. I'm writing articles, and I'm playing hockey, roller hockey, or whatever. I'm doing a whole bunch of different stuff, and so when I would do bad in a tournament, I wouldn't feel as bad because it wasn't the only thing I got going on, So playing these tournaments, play a team tournament. This is another devastating team loss. Play with Peter Ingram, Max Teets. Team sealed, if you can believe it. A team sealed Star City Open. We make the finals. In the finals, I'm playing against Gerard, and I can't even tell the story. I can't even do it. Gerard has the Black Fear Bestow creature on his 5/3 red vanilla creature, and is killing me with it. I can't block it. I'm trying to race, and I'm like, yeah. Trying to race it. I just can't find any outs. Caravan Lampid is the name, we believe. There's only one problem. Only one problem. Pete leans over, looks at the board, and goes, "Why aren't you blocking his humongous creature?" And I'm like, "Well, it has fear. And I have red creatures in play. And it's got fear, and I can't block it." And he's like, "It's not fear. It's intimidate, you idiot. You can block." But I hadn't been playing as much at this time. I definitely wasn't playing much limited at all. So, in my mind, I shortcutted the black intimidate creature to be fear. Can't be blocked by black creatures. But the reality was, couldn't be blocked by red creatures. Because it was a red creature that it was actually on. And I had many red creatures in play. So, punt that. We lose the match, lose the finals of the team event. And then once again, I'm inconsolable for a week because I let my teammates down. I hate team events. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate letting my friends down. But still a good run. We lost the finals, you know? And this was right when Nicole we met, right? 2013? Because I remember, right? Maybe? What was this? East lost both finals that weekend? Yeah, pretty sure. I don't get it wrong, get yelled at. But she couldn't understand why I was so upset about it. We lost the finals of the tournament. This is great, right? You know, but yeah. So keep playing tournaments. Legacy Open, just Reed, BBD, no big deal, you know. Lost in top 4 to Reed. Is playing Goblins, pretty fun. But yeah, it was just pretty fun time. Just like playing opens. Wasn't really building towards much. Yeah, Nicole says in chat, the first event I watched Jim, and I couldn't understand how he came in second place out of all those people, and I was beyond distraught. Like, beyond distraught. So yeah, so more opens, and just having a really good time. You know, kind of getting my life in order. I mean, me and Nicole met during this time period. I don't know how I got my life in order, but the Crater Hoof Math, yeah, I was against Reed playing Elves. Just playing these opens, and obviously things started to get a little more serious. You know, playing more of these opens, and the series starts to come together a little bit more. Now they announce a Players' Championship. Now they announce, you know, there's going to be a bigger end goal to this, you know, and a little part of me is like, do I really want to do that again? Do I really want to get involved with that again? Do I want to get so deep in that I'm like, you know, really just going all the way, you know? But it seemed cool. It was going pretty well. And I had a good crew at that point. You know, at that point, me and Dan Jessup and Andrew Jessup were going to every tournament together. Nicole was playing the IQs with me and stuff. And we get to that first year of grinding for the first Star City Players Championship. We'll never do that again. Let me tell you. So, back then, IQs, the invitational qualifiers, were the small qualifying events held at the store level. And if you guys don't know what they are, that would qualify you for an invitational. So, pretty simple. The problem was they gave out Star City points for the end of the year Players Championship. And these things were everywhere. Look at this. December 21st, December 28th, January 4th, January 5th, January 18th, January 25th, January 8th, January 9th, January 15th, January 16th, February, March 1st, March 8th, March 16th. Every single weekend, there were 2 IQs. And if you wanted to keep pace in the Player of the Year race, you had to play the IQs. You didn't have a choice, you know? And the IQs were great for what they were intended for, which is qualifying for the Invitational. Me, Dan, and Andrew took so many invitations away from so many poor players just trying to get to the Invitational because we needed those points. Look at this. Draw with Dan, losing top 8. Win the whole thing. Beating Pete Ingram. I beat Andrew in the Swiss and Pete in the top 8. 9th place on Breakers. Tilt. That was a draft. I don't know what that is. IQ. Beat Andrew in the first round. Lost in top 4. Lost in top 8. Just every IQ, just like, oh my god. Just never, ever end. And so the car was usually me, Nicole, Dan, and Andrew, just driving to IQs, grinding these stupid IQs. IQ. And they were everywhere. Because it was the Northeast. And there'd be 2 in Brooklyn, 1 in Manhattan, 2 in Jersey, 1 in Connecticut. They were just everywhere, constantly. So we just, the entire year, we just ground. And I was still playing all the opens. We would actually skip opens occasionally to play in the IQs because they were too far away. Play the opens. I don't know who these Victor of the Hunt things are. It's Clarkson's Corner, IQ. I beat Dan, lost the finals to Rob Cedar. I beat Nicole round 1. Is it IQ? I don't even know. Yeah, Staten Island IQ, sure. So keep going. What is all this stuff? So many IQs. And play more opens. And at this point, I'm starting to write. Now I'm weekly writing my articles. And I'm getting paid a decent amount. It was like $100 an article or something like that at the time. I don't remember exactly. But for me, it was a decent amount of money. It was nice. I'm making some money. School's going well. Getting close to graduating at this point. I don't remember when I graduated, honestly. Go to 719. Sure, Dan. I'll go to 719. This is the open where I lost round 1. I had to play Dan in round 2. He beat me and then won the tournament. It was Dan's first open win. You happy, Dan? Are you happy? So we're grinding. But life's going good. I'm writing articles. School's going well. I graduated when did I graduate? I don't even know. I'm so bored and dead. Is there a date on here? My degree's a sham. There's no date on it. So I'm finishing up school. Life's going good. Writing articles, playing hockey, looking into teaching. I've been working at a summer camp over the summers in college. Got offered to do a job teaching there. Cool. And keep going, keep playing. And then it comes time for the final payoff, right? So we keep going. The end of the season. Where is it? Play in the... This is Columbus. Where is it? Play the Invitational. So, big Invitational. And play Storm in Legacy. And my awesome blue-white control deck in Standard, which I was crushing with. Post Sphinx's Rev. Do really well in the tournament. Make top 8. End up losing a crazy match to Dan. And at this point, we knew what the point totals were. And Dan was just a little bit short of making the Invitational, of making the Players' Championship. But if he wins the tournament, he's in, because the winner of the Invitational qualifies for the Players' Championship. So Dan loses the heartbreaker of heartbreaker matches to Dylan Donegan. Doesn't make the Players' Championship, which really sucks because we spent the whole year grinding and stuff too. But me and Caleb drew last round into top 8. So that sucked. That was definitely not cool. Me and Dan had an insane match too. Although I think if I had won, you would have made it too, right? I think because it would have passed down to you because I'd have been qualified from that. So worst case scenario, I should have just won. Honestly, oops. But me and Dan had an insane 3-hour best of 5 match. It was awesome. It was a great match. We also chose to draw. That was a cool one. So that's the Invitational in Seattle, and then it's time for the Players' Championship, the first Star City Games Players' Championship. I could probably find the coverage for it on here. Honestly, go to the coverage archive. This is my old article, and of course, there's tons of videos from this. And this was this is it. This is the end of the year. This is it. This is literally spent my entire year every weekend. Somehow I got back on the grind again, after kind of trying to leave the grind. And let's see. Schedule coverage archive. Doesn't even go back that far. Doesn't go back that far. So the whole year, the whole year, the match is probably on YouTube, I guess. Honestly, let's see if I can find the match. And I'm at the Players Championship. I did it. It's gone. That sucks. The match is still there. The match is still there. I can't show much of it, but so playing my bullet control deck, playing round 1 against Brian Braun doing, and this was this was a timed sudden death format because you couldn't have a draw in this format, and I am clearly winning this game, but we end up taking a sudden death loss. Because my opponent's life total was higher than mine. A Siege Rhino put his life high enough, where at the very end of the game, 24-6. Even though I'm sorry, it was a Sorin actually, a Sorin lifelink attack. Even though I'm clearly winning this game, I've got Serpent and an Elspeth and so on and so forth. Couldn't close the door. Couldn't close the door at the Players Championship. Lose the first round to a timeout, which feels awful, and I bomb the first Players Championship. I just bomb it. And lose to Tom Ross, play my bullet control deck, play bad against him, and that one stung. That one stung really bad. To go the whole year, every weekend, twice a weekend, to make it to the Players Championship, get timed out because I didn't play fast enough, and lose that match. That was another fire igniter, if you will. So next season comes on, and I'm like, I'm going back to the Players Championship. Everyone's dead. Out of my way. And go to the first few opens, and bam. Columbus, 4th place, playing blue-white control. Bam. Philadelphia, 64th place. Not so great. GP trial? Washington Open, 27th place. Sure, we'll take it. Fly to Indy for the Open. Oops, I won. My first trophy. Don't get a trophy for winning a PTQ. And then I guess I lost my plaque for states. So, went to Indy, win the Legacy Open playing Sultai Delver, and that put me firmly in the lead for winning the Season 1 slot of the Players Championship, which is huge. 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 And then, how much cash did I win this tournament? Couple grand. I don't remember exactly, honestly. And keep going and fly to Houston for an Open, I guess. I don't know. Keep going. Baltimore, 18th place in the Open. Booster draft, cool. Go to Fort Worth. Another Open. Lost the finals. But this was the lockup here. Stupid Dan beat me in Swiss, but I beat Dan in top 8. Me and Dan fly out to Texas. We play in the Open, and I lose the finals, but that locks me up. Now I'm locked up for the Players Championship again. I win Season 1. The plaque is like hanging over there for the point leader thing. So I win Season 1. Now I'm locked for the Players Championship, and it's literally March. So I've got the whole rest of the year. I can kind of just chill. It's pretty funny in this like 3-month period. I was teaching at this private school part-time, teaching a writing class, a podcasting class, and I missed so many Mondays. So I flew to all these Opens, and it kept snowing on Monday, and I'll get snowed in, miss my Monday, and then keep going. 2/18/15. What? Where's 2/18/15? I don't see that one. Oh, 2/8/15. Oh, sure. 2/8/15 is also not on here. I don't know what you're talking about. So the rest of the year, I get to play events when I wanted to, take it easy, work on my teaching stuff, and bring it all up to the next Players Championship. February. Yeah, many float hotel floors on Sundays. We always, I think there was like a 3 tournament stretch where I slept on Patrick Sullivan and Cedric Phillips' floor because my flight got canceled like 3 events in a row. But and 218. There's no 218. What are you talking about? So rest of the year, got to take it easy. Played events when I wanted to. Played events here and there, whatever. Nothing really too crazy. More opens. I might have some top 8s. I don't remember, honestly. What we got here? Oh, boy. I didn't win those. Look at this weekend. I beat Nicole in round 1. It was a booster draft. And I lost, and then I played Legacy, and I 0-3'd. Fantastic. Fantastic. And then keep going. I played a few IQs. I think I brought Dan and Andrew some IQs, I think. Do a little blocking for them. And some more opens. You got standard. Not very good. Didn't really matter, honestly, at this point. I was kind of just, playing it. 63rd. Lost to Dylan Donegan. Sure. And keep on going up to the next Players' Championship. So I played the Invitational for the Players' Championship. And didn't do great. 83rd place. Not really too good. Played Modern Open. Not too good. Now it's time for the 2015 Players' Championship. And I am pissed. I can't believe there's no coverage of it anymore. It sucks. The coverage page is gone. But I walk into the tournament and I am mad. I was so mad about how I did the previous year and wanted to win really, really bad. And I played a pretty wild deck in Standard. I did not put any of my effort in at all into Modern or Legacy because Modern and Legacy was day one and sorry, folks. Can't find my deck list here. No, it's not there. All right, deck list. So the early preliminary parts was a very weird tournament structure. It's like pod based. You play in your pod, you win some matches, you lose some matches. It's all about just like getting to the single elim standard rounds. And so I put all my effort into Standard. I played this ramp deck a few weeks prior in so I can find it here. Yep, in the TCG Player Championship. Played bad and lost, but the deck was really good. Lost to Seth Manfield, took a bad draw, and then a loss. Deck was really, really good though. It was a weird ramp deck that just beat the crap out of the best deck in the format in Jeskai Control. And why can't I find this deck? And kept put it in my back pocket. I didn't play it at the Invitational because I didn't want to reveal it. I played like Abzan aggro or whatever. Did okay in the Invitational. Didn't do great. I'm not really a big Abzan aggro player, And kept it in my back pocket. Busted it out for the Players' Championship. This deck was honestly just bad in the abstract. Try and find this deck if I can. Just bad. Just this ramp deck. But it was very... Look at this. Jubal's got me. Thank you. I can't believe I couldn't even find it. So here's the deck list. Hangerback Walker. Jotty Offshoot. Oblivion Sower. Dragonlord Tarka. Fort Ulamog. Fort Ugin. Map the Wastes. Nissa's Pilgrimage. Just like a pretty weird looking ramp deck. But it was so effective against all of the Jeskai Black decks that all the best players are playing. And I just ran train on them. I beat Tom Ross. So after the first 2 days, or day and a half or whatever, you get seeded into a big top 12 bracket. Top 4 players get buys based on your pod play. I went in as the 12 seed. I did not do very well in my standard, or my Modern Legacy portion. I'm a 12 seed against Tom Ross, the number 1 seed. And I'm really worried. Because Tom Ross always plays aggro decks. Tarka Red, just mono red aggro decks. He's just known for playing aggro decks at this point. And I'm like, crap. My deck just can't beat an aggro deck. I'm on the draw. I'm probably dead. I show up that morning. We flip over our deck lists. He shows me his list. He's playing Jeskai Black. And I'm like, through the moon. Crush Tom. I didn't play against Jonathan Morawski. I was playing Abzan aggro. And game 3, I think, I mulligan to like 5. Keep a 1-lander and draw running lands to stay in the tournament. I could have lost it all right there. My life would be so much different if I just didn't draw that 3rd land or whatever. Unbelievable. Beat John O in the mulligan 5. Then I play against Brad Nelson playing Jeskai Black. Beat him. Then I play against Todd Anderson in the finals. Playing Jeskai Black. Beat him. And then I beat him in Modern with my Tron deck versus his Twin deck. Which coverage said was a bad matchup, but it wasn't really that bad for me. He was playing Tarmogoyf and stuff. And win the Players' Championship. That changed everything. So at this point, I was working at the school. I was looking for full-time teaching. I was considering going into get my master's in school. But I won $20,000, and I also won the fame of having my face on everything, and between my articles and stuff, streaming was a new thing coming out. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll try the Magic thing for like full time for a year, you know? And at the same time, two local guys, Frank Pendle and Rick Meditz, approached me about starting a Magic like esports team. And this is fun. Memory lane. That picture's so small, but whatever. They wanted to start a team. They wanted to find sponsors and wear jerseys and do it like the esports kind of way, you know? And I left my job teaching that summer, so I just didn't like it anyway. But I ceased looking for other employment and or future schooling. I was gonna get my master's, probably teach writing at a college. That was kind of like my plan. I didn't really like my plan, but so they want to start this team, and Dan and Andrew are obvious choices. Pete Ingram works out well. Kevin Jones is our 5th, and we decided to start Team MGG. I can't even find any good pictures of Team MGG. This is awful. Maybe you've seen us in our bright yellow jerseys. Worked out really cool for the first year. We crushed everything. Don't mean to toot my own horn or nothing, but we did really, really well. Let's go up and let's take a look at our results here. The first year at MGG, I won the Open in Baltimore. So that would be, let's see, let's go up here a little bit. We didn't really launch until like part of the way through 2016. Let's see here. Pro Tour Qualifier, Standard Open. But, nope, not this one. Legacy Classic. Standard Classic, Legacy Open, Standard Open. It's Indiana, no. There it is. So, we didn't launch until a little later in the year. But we'd all started to work together. So, Pete, Andrew, Dan, Kevin, and I all got together. We drove to Baltimore a day early. We stayed at a crappy hotel. And we spent literally Friday from 9 a.m. to midnight playing Standard of a new Standard format. This was the Tyler Striker Band Company format. And we just ground. And Kevin had this weird-looking Band Company deck that was kind of sketchy at first, but kept playing against us. We kept trying to beat him, and we fixed it up. We added some cards to it. This is actually perhaps the biggest admission of my entire career. All the guys wanted to play Tyler Striker. I wanted to play Bygone Bishop. I said it. I thought Tracker wasn't good enough. Can you believe it? They all yelled at me and said, "Jim, you're an idiot. We're playing Tyler Striker." I was like, all right. So we played some games. I was like, all right, Tracker's pretty good. Tracker's pretty good. But yeah, I thought the Flyer was more relevant. What an idiot. What an idiot. And so we played this Band Company deck. And oh my god, let me tell you, this was the most powerful I have ever felt in a Magic tournament in my entire life. Me, Dan, Kevin, and Peter all played the deck. Andrew dissented and just played his Blue-White Humans deck because he always plays the best deck that he thinks is the best deck. He did bad, whatever. Pete bombed for whatever reason, I don't know why. But me, Dan, and Kevin destroyed this tournament. We had like 3 team kills. I win the tournament. Dan comes in 11th. Kevin comes in 12th. I played against Dan. Kevin played against Dan. Like, we kept playing each other in like bad setups or whatever. This deck was unreal. This deck was so far ahead of everyone else. It felt like we were playing Modern. Everyone else was playing Standard. It was awesome. It was so good. Only 2 trackers. What were we thinking? What are we thinking, you know? Super, super awesome. So we do that as a team. We win that tournament as a team. I think that picture's on my website. All right. Is it on here? There it is. There's that picture. So we weren't officially a team yet as Team MGG, but we've been working together for a little while now. And right away dividends. No yellow jerseys yet, but right away dividends. So that's great. We go on, and then I believe we announced in Columbus, I think, right? Is that right, Dan? So that was the year of Team MGG. Playing opens. We played in Columbus. I believe Columbus was the open where Dan and Pete played in the finals, which is insane. We keep going on. Milwaukee, Modern Open, didn't do too well. And then go to Indiana. No, Indiana is where they played in the finals, right? The Modern Open? Yeah. That one. And then, so they played Pete and Andrew play in the finals. So 2 of our teammates play in the finals of this tournament. And then we go to Infinite Energy Center. You go to Orlando. Go to Fort Worth. We go to Fort Worth to play in the Open. Almost 1,000 players play in this Open. And our team, myself, Andrew, Pete, and Kevin Jones, all make top 8 of the tournament. The 4 of us. Half of the top 8 was us. And then poor Dan came in like, 29th place or whatever. I think he had a few team kills too. And Kevin beat Pete in the finals, I think, or whatever. Unreal tournament. Crazy first year. There were problems. It was definitely not totally clean sailing. Running a team is very difficult, and I don't think that our 2 owners realized how difficult it really was. So the team ultimately folded and failed, but that first year was tight. We moved on. I got some pictures here. You can look at some pictures. Hold on. There it is. Yes, this is that's me, Kevin, and Dan watching Pete and Andrew in the finals with our 2 owners, Ricky and Frank. And then yeah, it's good stuff, cool stuff. So we keep going on. Move on to year 2 of MGG. And at this point, I've been streaming now. So now I'm streaming full time. So hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm streaming, doing content. And I'm starting to look at things in a little more businessy standpoint here. I'm looking at streaming. I'm looking at sponsors, and I'm working on my own stream. I'm still writing articles for Star City. I'm making more money now. And as I said, I decided with the windfall of money from the Players' Championship, I was going to take this year and just do full content. See if I can make Magic player full-time person. Make that happen. Can I make that happen? Can we do that? So that was all 2015 for me, or 2016. So I'm playing in opens, but I'm kind of focusing on more of my content. I'm trying to find stuff. 723. Yeah. So the open in Columbus, that's a good run. Just XO into OX. Open in Columbus. Kevin Jones misses his flight. Doesn't show up to the tournament. Is that what Kevin came late? I don't know. Whatever. But running a team is difficult for the most part. So play the Invitational. Yeah, let's see. Invitational in August. Don't do very well. But again, I was focusing more on my content at this point. You know, we're trying to... all right. He played softball and then drove late. Right. Oh, Kevin Jones. Kevin Jones. Regionals. A little bookended tournament. Oh, never mind. I came fifth or whatever. So top 8 regionals. Blah, 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 blah. Invitational. So, top 8 the Invitational before the Players' Championship. Pretty cool year. Lost to Ben Friedman in top 8. Well, we all chopped, so won $5,000, which is pretty cool. Then the 2016 Players' Championship happens, and me, Andrew, and Kevin were on the Players' Championship. That was pretty cool. I ended up getting knocked out by Andrew I was in like 11th or whatever, something like that. We all ran afoul of Joe Asset though in his crazy pummeler deck, and this deck was so good. Dan built this awesome Esper vehicles deck for this tournament. It was so good. So yeah, Players Championship 2016 didn't go as well. For me. I wasn't really as focused as I had been the previous year. Previous year I was out for revenge. I wanted to win. Whereas 2016 was more about me looking at sponsors and teams and streaming and like kind of exploring different aspects of Magic and how to make this more of a functional career than being a part-time Pro Tour bum like I had been previously. So in many ways, 2016 was a great success. Results-wise, it was okay. It wasn't great. MGG would keep going for another year. We would redesign our jerseys from the awesome yellow to a little more stately. There's Rick, of course, our BTW manager. That's when Andrew won, and some open, I don't even know. Andrew, this is also the part where Andrew was getting really, really, really good. Andrew was playing so much Magic, and he was just getting better and better and better and better. And watching him from when he was like 16 going to IQs with us, and he was kind of like just sucked, to getting better and better and better, and then watching him get really, really good was really, really cool. That was our second jersey. It's pretty fun. And then kept going, but the team kind of fell apart. It just didn't really work out. And at this point, the PC was taken away. So they cut the PC for 2017, and I was basically going to a lot of these events just to go for the team. I mean, like, we had the team going, and at this point, I took over a like managerial role of the team. I was helping to run the team. And let me tell you, running a Magic team and wrangling Magic players sucks. I love Dan. I love Andrew. I love Kevin. I love Pete. I love Frank. I love all those guys. They all suck. It's not entirely their fault. But it just was really hard to do. And the thing was that like the team was so predicated on marketing and branding and things like that, and Andrew didn't want to do that. Andrew wanted to win Magic tournaments. Andrew was in the business of winning, and winning was good, and Andrew was winning a lot, but not everyone on the team wanted to like do the whole streaming thing and the whole shtick that I was doing. Dan works full time, Andrew's just playing Magic all the time, everyone else is doing their own different things, and it just didn't really work in that regard, so the team went sour a bit. I decided to step away. This is fun. Orlando. It was a fun GP. And we moved on. 2017 was a tough year in that regard for the team. I played a lot of opens. A lot of opens. And the problem was I kept going to these opens, and I wasn't really prepared. Playing the open. 71st place. Playing the open. All right, I top 8 that one, sure. But playing the open. 13th place. Playing the open. 89th place. Playing the Open. Not the Classic. 3rd place in the Classic. Whatever. Legacy Open. 24th place. I was doing okay. I wasn't really doing great. And the issue was I was kind of split a little bit. I was kind of focusing on my content, trying to get the team going, trying to get sponsors, trying to get all this stuff happening, and I wasn't playing nearly as much, And I was starting to realize there's a little bit of a disconnect. I didn't realize it soon enough, unfortunately. So by the end of 2017, I took a step back. I couldn't manage the team anymore. And then also, right, there was a split in the team where Frank Scarron and Ben Friedman wanted to play GPs. So they were playing GPs, and like me and Dan had to go to like every Open because we had to try and be at every Open. But the sponsorship money wasn't really there. We had sponsors, Inked, BCW, Card Hoarder, but it wasn't really enough. You know, and me and Dan especially are putting in a lot of the legwork as far as like being at every event. And we also used to do these pretty cool events called gunslinging events, where we would show up to a store every Friday beforehand, and we would play against people for 2 hours. They can come meet us and hang out with us and play games with us. And it was like a promo event for BCW, and it was cool. They were fun, they were taxing, and you know, it was kind of time consuming. We had to beat all the events to do them. It was a lot. You know, it was a cool period for sure. I definitely missed the hangs in those period. Here's me and Dan in top 8 of a team open with Kevin King, me and Frank Scarron and Ben Friedman teaming in an event. Definitely cool, but a taxing year for sure, and a year where I spent a lot of time trying to do team stuff when I probably should have been doing my own content stuff, realistically, you know? So, but yeah, that was 2018. A lot of the results here just aren't really particularly great. You know, played an Open, didn't do well. Played an Open, did medium. A lot of medium results here. And then, this is 2018. So, that's 2017. 2018 starts, and I leave MGG and decide to move in a different direction. This is obviously, we're getting into more recent history now. And Rick from BCW, the picture you saw earlier. There's Rick on the left there. Brad. And Rick wanted to start Team BCW and do a team where BCW would run the team. I wouldn't have to do any work for the team at all. Just show up and play. And of course, that worked out pretty cool for a year or two. Obviously, Ross, Tannen, great teammates. Brennan. I look high in this picture. I swear I'm not. And I did BCW for 2018 and 2019, 2 years. So again, a lot of middling results. A lot of playing at BCW, you know, top 8 here or there, but still kind of find my footing a little bit between trying to do content full time. Lost in top 4 Drake Sasser as it opened that he won. Playing Legacy, going to Dallas. Oh man, this one stinks. Losing the last 2 rounds to not make top 8 in Dallas, brutal. Close calls. GP Hartford. That was the PTQ, right? Yeah, that's funny. Me and Nicole went to the PTQ. Started. This is the year or 2 stretch where I kind of learned that I need to focus more on my content. You know, trying to play Magic full time and stream Magic full time and be a full time content creator where I'm, you know, full time, all in, writing articles every week, producing content every week, making videos every week, while also traveling every weekend. It's tough. It's really, really tough. I tried to do it for 2 years. Not a very smart move on my part, because both my content and my tournament suffered. I top 8 this one too, but you know, I was doing okay. I wasn't really doing great, you know. And there's a lot of middling results here in opens. I was kind of priced into going to all the opens with the team, but didn't really want to. Wasn't putting the work in. And we're honestly leading up to just the present right now. Honestly, you know, we're coming in. I decided to take a step back from BCW halfway through 2019, and you know, stinks a little. Definitely really cool guys, but Ross not wearing his damn coat like he's supposed to, and yeah. Then since 2019, I mean, the history is still here. Still got some events, but the focus is more so been this streaming and you find folks, you know. It's funny. One of the bigger events I played isn't even on here. It was the DreamHack tournament, the arena tournament, you know, and you know, standard classics and regionals and stuff. And I've been playing more qualifiers lately because I've kind of been. Once I decided I wasn't going to chase the PC when it came back, so I couldn't do it anymore, I kind of got back to where I was when I stopped grinding the Pro Tour stuff, where I kind of just played events I wanted to play, and you know, never miss an invitational for sure. Oh, bad run there at the end. Jeez, that stinks. Played some qualifiers. I did play in Pro Tour Barcelona. I won a qualifier, a local qualifier. That was pretty cool. I got to work with Team Face-to-Face Games for this event. And wait, what? Yeah, lost to Ely. Ely beats me literally every time. Beat Matt Nass. This is the event I played Goblins in. And Ken Yukihiro had so many Plague Engineers in his Hogak deck. It was unfair. But not a great finish. I had a little better than min cashed. And yeah, that's basically it, you know. Still playing some Grand Play, still playing some Opens. Nothing crazy here result-wise. We got team events, GP New Jersey, and that's it. That's the top. Some more of my events, not Hogak. Yeah, Plague Engineer and Hogak, it sucked. And that's it. That's the whole history. And here we are now, to the present, where you find me more often here on your YouTube screen and on your Twitch screen. And I probably wouldn't have it any other way, honestly. You know, we're about to buy a house. Wouldn't have bought a house playing Pro Tour Magic, making $3,000 every 4 years, you know? So it's worked out really, really well for me. And I think I definitely made some mistakes along the way about, you know, a lot of mistakes along the way, honestly, about how I allocated my time and how I, you know, what things to choose to try and focus on and stuff. But here we are. And it actually is pretty sweet. I actually couldn't be happier with where I'm at right now. I'm a little sad that I don't play as much tournament Magic as I would like to. But at the same time, my tournament now is producing awesome content, you know, and trying to produce the best content that I can. And Owen in chat says, wait, Jim played Paper Magic before streaming? Basically. And yeah, 55,000 Planeswalker points later. And there we are. So that's my Planeswalker point history. With a little extra history thrown in there for good measure. And yeah, most recent event, Regionals at Kerwin's. 24th place, not very good. I did beat Nicole though. She scooped me. We got lunch. But yeah, so I would advise everyone, those who don't know, the DCI is going to be ending next month. They're going to be sunsetting the program, making a new program, and unless they change their minds, deleting all of these DCI records. So this has been a really fun look through for me to kind of go back and look through all these events and stuff, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. I highly encourage you to log into your DCI and preserve it in some way if you can. I know people have been tweeting about a widget or something like that will like download the whole thing for you. Highly encourage you to do that too. This is history. Like, this is literally, you know, the better part of 20 years of my life, you know, and that's really cool. You know, all the warts, all the blemishes, all the ninth place finishes, all the heartbreaks, but all the successes too. You know, and whether your report is, you know, 2 years long or 20 years long, whether your best finish is a win at Friday Night Magic or a Pro Tour win, you know, like it's all your history. It's all of our history. Recommend you go on, log it in, check it out, try and save it if you can. It's cool. You know, it's pretty sweet. So thank you to everyone for watching this. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me as I recanted my stories here. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I'm big Day 9 fans. I tried to inject some of Day 9 storytelling into this. Hopefully it was interesting. And definitely I've watched Day 9's My Life in StarCraft a few times. And I showed Nicole that. It's so good. If you ever watched Day 9's My Life in StarCraft, it's good stuff. Real serious stuff. So thank you for watching again. I'm going to play some drafts now and hang out and actually play some Magic. But to all of you for watching, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you for my content, honestly. This is what I do for a living. And I'm extremely fortunate that I somehow lucked into having the best job in the world after years of bumming around, playing Pro Tours, going to school part-time, just doofing around. I'm very, very fortunate to end up where I am right now. I've got a great family and a great job. I'm about to buy a house. And I make pretty good money, and we can support ourselves with it. And all I do is make an ass out of myself on the internet. Basically, it's pretty sweet. So, again, everyone, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and usually I play Magic in my channel, but today I was just talking. So, thanks everyone, appreciate it.